What's going on, good people? This is Matt Qualls from Sports Memo and Wager Talk, back with another NBA breakdown. We're coming off a successful day of breakdowns. We had the Lakers -7. We had the Pacers +4. We hit a couple player props. We missed a couple player props. But me over at Sports Memo, I swept the board once again. I went 3-0. I'm still second in overall NBA profit. Thought that might boost me to number one, but up around 28, 29 units on the season. And I think this is that game that gets me over the edge. And in this spot, we're going to be talking about the Golden State Warriors traveling on the road to face off against the Phoenix Suns. In this spot, it is a -1.5 spread for the Phoenix Suns. The total is 232. And as for the handle, 70% of the money is on the Suns and 30% going to the Golden State Warriors. But before I break this down, here at Wager Talk, we would love to wish you and your families a happy and safe Thanksgiving. And what comes to mind when you think of Thanksgiving? Turkey, pumpkin pie, football, and the annual Wager Talk once a year, $69, 7-day all access pass. This 7-day all access pass gets you every play from your favorite handicapper in every sport, including that Turkey Day football, which I know you guys want to take advantage of. I'm going to have plays over there. For me, it's kind of perfect. I do the NFL and NBA. Again, I am number 2 in overall NBA profit, up around 30 units to start the season. I know my subscribers are happy about that. So let's just keep this rolling. I want that number 1 spot. And with that being said, let's get into it. Let's break it down. The Golden State Warriors traveling on the road to face off against the Phoenix Suns. Like I said, this is a -1.5 spread at this point in time. And this is these two teams met earlier in the season, opening day, where the Suns went on the road and won against the Warriors 108-104. And now when I look at this -1.5 spread in Phoenix, it's very fishy to me because personally, I think this should be a Suns -3.5, a Suns -4.5. So what does that mean? That makes me think that either Devin Booker is going to sit or Kevin Durant is going to sit, because this is a back-to-back for the Suns. They played last night against the Portland Trailblazers, and unfortunately, both guys got full minutes. Kevin Durant got 37 minutes. Devin Booker got 33 minutes. So because of that, I do think one of those guys may sit. Neither have an injury tag next to their name at this point in time, so maybe they will be full go. I'm not too sure, because this is their last game of a homestand, so that is possible that because it's the last game of a homestand that they want to play at home before heading out on the road. And then their next game is the in-season tournament. So with the next game being the in-season tournament, on top of that, they might want them a little more rested. So that's something to think about in this spot. But with that being said, if the Suns fielded this lineup with no one sitting, I have to go with the Suns here, because when I talk about the Golden State Warriors, like I did when they faced the Rockets, and the Rockets did cover, like I said, they're searching for that number 2 scorer. They do not have a number 2 scorer, and I don't think he's going to come. Clay is not that guy anymore. He struggles to score 16 points. Wiggins is struggling to score 12, 14 points per game. But the key guy is Jonathan Kuminga. If Jonathan Kuminga can go and start to progress as that clear number 2, then maybe this Warriors team will get better. But until then, this is a team that is so dependent on Steph Curry. If Steph Curry doesn't get 25 points, this team is going to lose almost every single time. And I think that's how it'll play here. It'll be a Steph Curry versus a Kevin Durant and a Devin Booker in Phoenix. So if everything is the same, I am definitely sticking with the Suns. But to me, something is fishy about this line. So I would wait. I would wait till closer to tip-off to see what type of news drops. As for a player prop, I actually do like this player prop a lot. This is something that is going to make my card. And this is going to be Chris Paul. It's going to be Chris Paul over 11.5 points. And I think if you wanted to sprinkle on the double-double at +160, I think that's a pretty good look as well. Because Chris Paul faced off against the Phoenix Suns in that opening day, had 14 points, 9 assists to go with it, and he didn't get full minutes. In this spot, now that Draymond Green is out, he's going to get 30-plus minutes, and he's going to have that revenge narrative against his old Phoenix squad. This is going to be his first time returning to Phoenix since going to the Golden State Warriors, so I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. I think he's going to want to come to ball, and in addition to that, I think this is going to be a spot where it could be a flatline spot for this Suns team if one of those guys misses. If one of those guys miss, I'm definitely with the Golden State Warriors here. You just got to wait for that news to drop. And I think it's going to be Chris Paul to take advantage here. Again, Chris Paul is someone who takes things very personal. He's a very competitive NBA basketball player. So I think he's going to be very assertive early and often and want to get this win on the road in Phoenix for his new Warrior squad. So for me, the official pick for this spot, it's going to be Chris Paul over 11.5 points. As for the game, kind of got to wait on the news. As for the total, kind of got to wait on the news to see who's playing. This is again, it's 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. Just got to see how things progress. But the official pick, Chris Paul over 11.5 points here. I am Matt Qualls from Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Check me out on Twitter at MoneylineMatt8. Would greatly appreciate that. Drop picks and plays almost every single day. The Thanksgiving slate will have an SGP for sure. We do an SGP basically every single Sunday, and I drop some NBA ones as well. But again, Matt Qualls, Sports Memo and Wager Talk. Peace out, y'all. Good luck.